Well, hello my RecTech and YouTube family out there. Darren George, DRG Custom Carts. Hey, I just wanted to do this little quick video just as a reminder and to give you some build updates on the new design on the new carts. If you go over to my Shopify website, you're going to see that we now offer two Bullseye carts. One is actually called the short and one is called the tall. The tall one is still going to be exactly the way the one that I have is. It's still going to raise your grates up to about 40 inches off the ground, which for the taller family members, that actually works out incredible. But we had a concern. A couple months ago, I was contacted by one of our family members that wanted to know if it was possible for me to build him one that was about 5 inches shorter, that he felt that the cooking grates needed to be somewhere in the 35-inch range, which would equal out to be exactly what the grates are on RecTech's RT700 and the 680 when you're running their competition cart on it. So I went back to the drawing board, and as we all know, the price of steel has gone up, and I have been trying to keep these carts affordable, shipped to you guys with free shipping. So trying to redesign them to keep them within that price range and to give you the best built cart I could possibly give you. We've taken into account any of the issues that we've run across with the original ones that were built. And I'll be honest with you, we had a couple problems with a couple of the bolts that held the wheels on. For some unknown reason, they actually broke. They got cross-threaded, or the threading on the bolt wasn't right. I'm not sure how that happened, only because I pre-assemble every single one of these. I pre-assemble them as I'm building them. I take them apart, I paint them. When they're all painted, I reassemble them again, make sure that everything lines up, everything works, and then I take them back apart, box them up, and ship them out to you guys. I want to make sure that when I ship it to you, that it all goes together like it should, and that you have no problems with it when you get it. So let me go on with what we've redesigned. Is if you watch the original videos when we did the first builds on the Bullseye carts, the first Bullseye carts were done with a steel tubular welded frame. Then the wheels, there were holes drilled completely through the frame for bolts to go completely through with nuts on the top, lock washers. Well, when you built that like that, the bolts stuck out on the top, the nuts and the bolts. So in order to cover that so that when you put stuff down here, it didn't hang up on the bolts and give you that nice, clean, finished appearance, we had designed this bottom removable rack. And as we all know, this actually slid in to the cart once you were done assembling the entire thing. And then with it installed, it covered the bolts, gave you a nice, clean, finished look. Well, going back to the drawing board and trying to redesign it to lower it, we decided why not make it a completely welded design and weld the bottom grate right to the frame. So there's no rattling around from the bottom shelf. It's a more solid feel. And I wanted to try to get away from using the stainless steel screws that we've always used to assemble the carts. I haven't heard of any problems with any of our family members that has one yet when it comes to the screws. But I wanted to give you something that was strong as I possibly could. And since the builds of the very first ones, I have been educated in the world of nut zerts. So I have cases here that has just hundreds and hundreds of nut zerts. And I decided that the best way to assemble these carts was using those. It made it so much simpler for you as the customer to assemble it, put it together. Didn't have to worry about any issues with maybe the screws stripping or metal fatigue or anything like that over longevity. So as you could see from this frame here, which is going to be boxed up today and shipped out to one of our family members, Dale, he ordered this a week ago and asked that I did not build his until I did the new design. So he's going to be getting the very first one that is a completely nut zert cart. So this has the nut zerts installed right into the frame. Once he gets it, he could set his panel up there. The screws or the bolts, the stainless steel bolts that he's going to be using, you literally can screw them in with your finger. Once you get them all the way in, all it takes is just a little turn with a screwdriver just to snug them up. The wheels are already bolted on using nut zerts as well. This gets boxed up pretty much like this with the wheels already installed. So when he gets it, all he's going to have to do is install the 2 side panels, the 2 A-frames on both ends, and it's going to be done. He literally should be able to put this thing together in probably 10 minutes, if that. So that's why I want to do this video, just to give you an up close of the new design and the new style, and to let you know, if you hadn't already seen the other videos, that we now offer 2 heights, a 35 short and a 40 tall. And looking at my records, we only need to sell 2 more of either cart, whether it's the short or the tall, it doesn't matter. And we're going to be doing the drawing for one of those 10 people to actually get their cart for free. I don't know if you saw my other video, but what I decided to do was, in order for me to give back to my RecTech community, one of the things I was going to do was, for every 10 that we sell, I'm going to draw a name from one of those individuals, and one of them will win the cost of their cart minus the shipping. I will refund that money back to them. So basically they'll be getting a free cart. But if they choose not to take the gift, if they decide, you know what, they are extremely happy with the cart, they don't want the money and they want to pay it forward in some way, we're going to take that money, we're going to put it in an account, and we're going to keep it. And once we do that and we collect about 3, is what it's going to average out to be, 3 people that decide they don't want the money, they want to pay it forward, we're going to have enough money to afford for me to build a complete cart, buy a Bullseye and install it on it, and then we're going to give that cart away to a deserving family member or an organization or a group or someone that we choose to give it to. Just in some way I want to continue to pay it forward. That's how this business got started, was from the love and support from my RecTech community on RecTech Grow Owners of America. That's what started this whole thing, and I want to stay true to that. So that's where we're at. So let me get back to work so I could get this boxed up and get this shipped out to Dale today. So hopefully he could have this by Monday, I'm assuming. All right, as always, my friends, I love you, and smoke like the rest, but roll with the best. I'll see you, my friends.